has been revoked on probation previously, so that would be another concern of the state. So that's why we're opposing his application for probation.
All right, defense.
Judge, Mr. Torres is 66 years old. He talked to probation. He was honest with probation. He tried to minimize the drugs in his possession, but at the same time, he's here today telling the court that they were his and that he's trying to take full responsibility for his actions back on that day. Based on his input and his discussions with the probation officer, they've recommended that he would benefit from outpatient, and we'd ask that you order him to outpatient and any other recommendations that the probation officer would have made, but please give him his application for probation so he can care for his sister.
All right, Mr. Torres, here's the issue the court is having. Your criminal history starts in 1977. And you have been on probation before. You were placed on probation in 1979. That probation was terminated. You were placed on probation in 1991. That probation was revoked. And I know since it was the 90s, if you had drug problems, people were trying to have you address those issues.
Yes, ma'am.
Then in 1986, you were given probation and it was revoked and you were paroled. And again, I know with parole, they still give you help for issues that you have. Then you had another case where you were sentenced to 8 years, and that's the aggravated assault that the state has brought to the court's attention. I'm going to deny your application, going to find you guilty, sentence you to 3 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served, and I'll request the therapeutic community for you. Therapeutic community will help you with any drug issues you have. It will not increase the length of time that you are on probation. Do you understand? Showing you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendants' Rights to Appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it? You need to say yes or no.
Yes.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand? That's either yes or no.
Yes.
All right, we can go off the record. Mr. Torres, you're getting into the part of the criminal field, I would say, or the legal system field, where now you will be marked as a habitual. So if you continue to pick up criminal cases, in some instances, your range of punishment could be up to 20 years, depending on if it's a state jail felony or not. And in some instances, if it's not a state jail facility, if you pick up another third-degree felony or second-degree felony, your minimum sentence is going to be 25 years because you're going to be a habitual. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you're going to have to do better. If you want to care for your sister, then you got to do what you need to do. And you can't come to court using your sister needing your help as a benefit to you. Do you understand? All right, good luck to you.
You sentenced me to 3 years.
Yes. Kurt. And 2019 CR 8625W, State of Texas versus Latoya Marshall Dowden. Have you all had a chance to confer with probation?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so what are you all requesting?
That she would like the opportunity to take advantage of mental health opportunities that are available through the probation department. I talked to her at length about it. She understands what's going to be expected of her and believes that if it's in her best interest to take advantage of moving forward in her life.
All right, state.
I conferred with both defense and probation, and I'm in agreement with whatever probation is requesting, Your Honor.
All right, probation, what are you requesting?
Your Honor, if we could extend the term of her probation and alternate for Nick caseload, that will give her an opportunity to get all of the services that we have available for mental health.
All right, and how long are you requesting the extension? 1 year, 2 years?
I would say 2 years, Your Honor.
All right. And do you have a place to stay?
No,
So you're homeless?
right now.
All right.
But I have asked my grandmother times and times again, and she had said no. And because she's scared that I'm out to get her, and I'm not.
All right. So then you're not allowed to stay with your grandmother, okay? So that's going to be off the table.
Connor, if I may,
Mhm.
it will be much easier if we keep her in custody for all of the evaluations. Once she's seen with the Center for Healthcare Services, I'm sure they can help with some type of housing.
All right. I'm going to have you remain in custody for your evaluations. How long do you think that will take?
Within 45 to 60 days.
All right. So I'm going to have you remain in custody for the evaluations. And what I can tell you, I know 45, 60 days seems like a lot of time, and it is. But guess what? You had agreed to do 3 years in prison. So whether you were doing the 45 days or 60 days in prison, you're going to do it anyway. And the fact that you'll be waiting at the jail for 45 or 60 days, you will still be getting credit for that time. You understand? So this is your attorney, the state, probation, and myself trying to help you deal with your mental health issues, because otherwise what will end up happening is you will go to prison, do your time, come out, and then you're going to be right back here. And who knows, I may have won the lottery, enjoying my best life on a beach. The parties that you see here may not be here. You may end up with different people and there may be a different outcome. You understand? All right. So I'll deny the motion. Alter amend conditions to extend for 2 years. Mick caseload while in custody. She's to do her evaluations while in custody and there to look for housing for her. And if, when you are released, if there is any issue and you feel as though probation is not addressing it, or maybe you lose your paperwork and you forget, you can always come back to this court and talk to me. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Is there anything else you need?
No.
All right. Thank you all.
Thank you.
You're welcome. 3 CR 5592, State of Texas versus Matthew Avalos. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Hank Wilkins for the state, Your Honor.
Defense?
James Hunt.
Is this going to be taken in consideration?
Yes, Judge.
Okay. You want to check that off? Are you Mr. Matthew Avalos?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, have you received all the discovery? Did you review it with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Avalos, I'm showing you what's entitled True Bill of Indictment. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
I'm sorry, not the True Bill of Indictment. There's a lot going on in the box over there. Did you review the True Bill of Indictment with your attorney and did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Avalos, by indictment, you're charged with the offense of possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1 gram to 4 grams. That's a third-degree felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Exhibits 1 and attachments. The court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
We would like to.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
We believe the plea bargain is appropriate.
Mr. Avalos, who is Crystal Avalos to you?
She's my sister.
All right. And who is Sarah Flores?
She's my friend.
All right. And with your sister, are you older or younger?
I'm her older brother, yes.
Okay. All right. The court will find you guilty, sentence you to 3 years in prison, take in consideration 2023 CR 5593, give you credit for any time served. Showing you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendants' Rights to Appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
All right, we can go off the record. You are the older brother. You're supposed to be looking out for your sister. Looking out for your sister is not having heroin in the car. You understand?
Yes, ma'am, I
And
do.
the fact that you were trying to swallow it, guess what? If it would have ruptured or something would have went wrong, then your sister would have saw you having a overdose on the street. You understand?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
Do you have children?
No, ma'am.
All right, that's a good thing because you need to work on yourself. If you have a drug problem or an alcohol problem, there are plenty of places that can help you for free. You understand?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
And did that center neck tattoo hurt?
Yes.
And you didn't think to stop here, just I've started, I got to finish.
Yeah.
All right, good luck to you. Okay, take care of yourself.
Thank you, guys.
Okay, for some reason, I don't know why this is with me, but when I was a prosecutor and defense attorney, and people would tell me, oh, Stephanie, your case is going to trial. And I would tell everybody, I don't hear trial music. You get to the point where you hear trial music. And then I was like, no, I don't hear trial music. One of my friends, who will not be named, Jamisa Jarman, she was new as a defense attorney. And she had this case with Judge Rahman, who's now a misdemeanor court judge, but she was a felony court judge. And so I tell her, I don't hear any trial music. Your case is not going to trial. She's like, yeah, it is going to trial. So I come to court. I'm wearing a skirt with a, what do you call it? From the 60s, where you have the sweat, not really camisole set. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, no. It's the top where you have the sweater and you have the sweater set, they go a twin set. So I'm wearing a twin set with it. Jamisa says, you're not dressed appropriately for trial. I said, Jamisa, we're not going to trial. I said, I tell you what, if we're going to trial, I will find someone else to sit with you and I will just be in the audience taking notes. So you know what ends up happening? I find somebody to sit with her and I see her. And I said, so are you in trial? She says, okay, no, I'm not. So it gets to the point where you can actually feel the sound if something's going to trial or not.